So welcome back, ladies, this is the class that is all about captions, music, making things prettier. We're just going a little bit more intense than the other class that we did the other day. And I will be using Filmora on my Mac, but it is it's so similar looking, you won't notice the difference. There's only a couple of tiny little glitchy things that are different between a Mac and a PC, so it's not much difference. Excuse me. And so what I want to do is show you some other different options for captioning videos, in case you want to do some more instant type ones, and show you a couple of the apps and stuff that are available. I want to show you the process of doing it all on Otter, so you can understand the process of transcribing a video. And we'll go through some stuff about using music a little bit more too, because in the other example the other day, I just got some music that was included in Filmora. So what I'm going to start with, we're actually going to work on a real project, and that, I might as well kill two birds with one stone and get some work done at the same time. So I'm showing you a real life thing. So we're going to share Filmora here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up an old project, a previous version of what I'm doing, so I can show you that how you can keep using the same template over and over again to create the same look of things, which is probably what most of you will do. You'll create a look for your project, and then you'll go in and you'll save it as a new one, and then you'll keep going. So I'm going to go into, for those of you who know Sue Glasser, I know Karen does. So I'm doing some videos for Sue at the moment. And I'm going to go into one of the past videos that I've made for her, but I've got a couple more still to finish. The project file was saved in an, oh crap. I just realized I was doing these in the older Filmora. Hold on. Let's just see if it converts. This is an interesting thing to see if it all does happen. All right, it's brought in the resources. Let's see if it's got the, it does. Things are just a little bit out of whack, but that's all right. We can play around with that. All right. Okay, so what I've got here obviously is a project that I had been working on for Sue, and there's multiple layers. There's there's different types of
Jerry, I think we're on a different screen to you.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
We're seeing Filmora, and we're still seeing the question. This project was saved from an older version.
Oh, okay. That's a bit weird.
Or was that me? I'm stuck.
Something saying your sharing is being paused. Please share. Bring your shared window to the front. Oh God, what's it doing now? I'm gonna new share. Okay, you got me? Inside Filmora? Yep, okay, great. Thank you for that, Carly. All right, so yeah, this project has got multiple layers. There is the subtitles layer. There's the logo, which is this paperclip logo here that you can see up in the top right-hand corner. There's her video, there's her intro, but that's about it. There's no music in these videos. But what we're going to do is we're just going to follow the whole process of what we do to make new subtitles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the new video that I need to do. Okay, desktop, so March and it is, I have already done a bit of editing on this video. I've fixed up the sound, and I've already gotten rid of all the ums and the ahs and the gaps and the mistakes and everything like that. So all the editing has been done, and I often do, I think I mentioned to some of you, I often do some of this pre-editing in Imovie, which is just a Mac program, because it's really good at fixing the hiss sometimes that you get in a microphone video, and it's just really easy to edit. The soundbar of where people speak is really big and defined, and I just find it a really quick, easy tool to use. And so what I do often is I will edit down that one video that I need, and then I export it from Imovie, and I always call it this A fix, which means audio fix. And then I know that that's the version that I have done the first edit on, and then I bring it into Filmora. But there's nothing stopping you from doing it in Filmora as well. It's totally, you can edit your heart out. But sometimes if you've edited a video, you get all these little chops and changes and all these tiny little segments of video where you've chopped out all the ums and the ahs and the mistakes, if you're that particular, like I am sometimes. So sometimes it is worth, just even if you're doing it in Filmora, chuck in a video, edit it up the way you want to do it, then export it as a fixed one, and then start your project, because it just makes a lot cleaner looking project. So yeah, so what I want to do is I've brought that video into the asset area, but it's not actually in the video yet. Now, I have shown you in the PC version that you have a plus version here, a little plus button here. That's just one of the things the Mac doesn't have. I wish it did, but I have to drag it on a Mac. So I'm just going to drag it down. But you could press the plus button there. And what I'm going to do is now I have to start moving things over. So all I'm going to do is grab one of the, so this would be like if you guys had already set up a template and you're going to make your second video now. So let's say you had all your, is there a question? Sorry, did someone ask something there? No? Okay, I thought I heard a question. I'm not looking at you guys on the screen, so just blurt in if you've got a question. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to grab the, I have grabbed, now I've lost my little thing. Let me maximize this. There's my dragger. The draggers on this drive me nuts because they're quite small. So all I've done is I've just grabbed one of the subtitles that I'd set up, because you don't need them all. You just want that one look to make sure that it looks the same. And I've just dragged it out here, and I'm just going to go and double click into it and fix it up because of the conversion. It doesn't look right anymore. Sometimes subtitles are slow to open. I don't know why. And sometimes I get a little error and I just hit ignore. Something that they haven't fixed. All right, I'm just going into the advanced area. Clicking forward a bit so I actually see Sue. And I'm just going to fix up this. I'm just bringing this across here. These are Sue's purple and pink colours that she has already approved. I'm just going to make that a bit smaller. And the that should bring that onto 2 lines. Sometimes these things are a bit hard to grab, still a bit. All right, so that's a bit more back to the way that I want it looking for the subtitles. And I think I said to you in the last training that what I usually do is I actually just stretch out the subtitle for the whole length of the video, and then I split them up as I need it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring this logo back down here to the start of the video. I don't delete the old video until I've moved everything else into place. So this is that logo that is sitting on top of here, that paperclip logo. And I'm going to just drag that to be finished here. Okay, now, oh, something's, sorry, did it crash? What happened? It crashed. It's probably been a bit glitchy because I have converted it from the older version of Filmora.
You didn't press the save button.
Sure, I know.
You taught us that. Press it all the time.
You don't normally have to on your Mac. It just auto saves, but I hadn't even saved the project yet. So you're correct. Recover unsaved project. Yes, please do that. Otherwise we might have to work in the old version. Otherwise we'll just start another project. So what I'm showing you is this process of getting everything set up, getting all your ducks in a row, making sure that everything's in the right place, because in this case there's a little bit of an intro at the start where she's got this paper unfolding, and there's noise that comes with that, and then there's her video, and then at the end there's a little thing at the end, and that has noise as well. All right. Let's save this project. Just writing down that I've called this Filmora 9. Oh, can you guys see the screen again? I'll probably have to reshare it. Share screen. Sorry, I hadn't gone back into it. All right, it's opened again, and I've just called the project that this is the Filmora 9 version. So just for my own reference, I know that this is which version of Filmora I'm doing this file in. Okay, so let's see if it kept that. No, it didn't keep that change. I'm going to have to go back in there and fix that again. So again, I was saying the process is get everything in the right spot, and then what we do is we export it as an MP3, and then we make our subtitles, and we work on our subtitles after that. So I've just gone into the advanced area. Ignore. Come on. Where's my subtitles? There we go. All right. Just trying to get this on 2 lines so it's a bit nicer looking. There's guides everywhere, so these little lines will tell you when things are centered looking. Okay. Now, Command S, save. Control S, whatever you want to call it. All right, so let's see if we can not crash out again. I'm not going to worry about where that subtitle is at the moment. Okay, so again, I'm just moving this logo back into place. Sorry, I'm not getting my zoom right today. Dragging this to her current video. Oh, you're kidding me. All right, sorry, we're going to have to go back into, I'm going to use Filmora 8, okay? Doesn't really matter. You'll get the whole point in the whole process. All right, sorry guys. Where's my normal Filmora gone? It's obviously glitching for some reason today. There it is, normal, good old standard Filmora. All right.
Jerry, will this happen if, I guess we have old versions and we're trying to convert into new ones? Like, is it usual to happen?
I've never had to convert before, but you'll only be playing with version 9 for now, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
This shouldn't happen to you. All right. So you'll notice that some things do look a bit different, but don't worry about that. It's the process that you're learning today. All right. Desktop. Okay. Can you guys see my screen at the moment?
Yep.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. Can you see inside Filmora, or did that not transfer over?
No, it's still the file.
Okay. All right. New share. Sorry, it just, for some reason, it doesn't switch over. All right, here we go. Okay, so again, I'm gonna start again. I have got her old one here, and I'm going to go save as. I'm in my March 2020 folder, so that's fine. I often call things with the name of the original video number so that I can always know, you know, what video went in that thing. So in this case, my video number was 3907 for this. Ignore. Sue taking action will do. Okay, so I've got her, I'm going to insert her new video. There we go, file, import videos, add videos. I have got this ready to go here, which is the A-Fix one. I know that that's the one that I've already edited. Edited it is a really hard thing to say. Okay, what I'm going to do, this will be quicker because it's not as glitchy. I'm going to move that logo back to be in line with my video that I want to use. Just dragging that there. I'm going to grab just one of her subtitles so that I've got my same look and feel ready to go. And I'm just, what I'm going to do is, and this is why you have to move everything first, because if I delete this video now, all the subtitles below it will actually disappear with it, whatever it's lined up with. And so sometimes I just bring in this last little subtitle a little bit so that none of this is the ending of her video, none of that gets deleted with it. So I'm just going to go grab that video and I'm going to go delete. So now you can see here, it's kept all the end stuff there nicely. So just be aware with that any video that you delete, if the subtitles are sitting under it, they will disappear with it. You can always edit, undo or whatever. So I'm just
where's the undo button, Jerry?
Well,
is there an undo? Can you go backwards?
Control Z, Command Z, whatever you're on. But there's also, I'm having trouble getting to my menu today. Edit, undo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Up there anyway.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just a shortcut girl, so I always I've been known to try and Control Z my life sometimes. Like
I've never heard that before. I've never heard Control Z.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's like
Control S and all that. They're not the shortcuts.
Yeah. Control S is save. Control Z is undo. That's about all I know. That's all I can think of. Okay, so I've just stretched out that subtitle because this hasn't gone all wonky in this version, and you can see here that I've got the start and this.
So I wanted to give you a little extra tip around.
All right. Can you actually hear Sue? Because I don't know if it's done that share. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So yes, I thought it was you for a second.
Yeah. I thought it was one of you, actually. When I first heard it talking.
No, she doesn't have a South African accent. Sue does.
Right. So, yeah, ignore. Sometimes, yeah, like I said, you get these little glitches when you go into the thing. So this video was all about action paperwork. So I'm just going to change the name of it here. Oh, all right. We've just decided to change font. action paperwork. So sometimes if weird things like that happen and it just starts typing a new font, I just go a couple of cursors down and just start typing it and then go delete back, because I don't know why, it's just one of these crazy things that happens. All right, so I'm just going to extend that all the way out. And what I'm going to do is, we've got our video ready to go for new subtitles. So now we're going to just export it into our folder, not Filmora. Filmora always try and get you to save it into their folder, but I prefer you to work in your own, keeping everything in the same folder. Sue Glasser, March 2020, and I open that folder, or select that folder, and then I'm going to choose, instead of MOV or MP4, I'm going to choose MP3, which is our audio format. And we don't have to choose anything else, but just hit create, and this will happen very quickly because it's an audio file, and audio files don't take long to do. All right, he called it my video. There you go. That's funny. Doesn't matter. We'll just call. I'm just going to rename this in the folder here. I don't know if you're seeing this. Sue Action 3907 audio. Okay. Now I'm going to stop that share, and now we're going to share the internet. Why isn't that wanting to show up? Let's just get it going. Otter, I'm logged into Otter already. I'm just going to try and start a new share so it can find Google. Screen share, Chrome, there we go. All right, okay, you guys can see Otter.
Yep.
Thank you. Now this is the free, no, sorry, this is my paid account. I did go in and test the free account yesterday, just double checking what you can and can't do. And the only thing that you can do is you can import the audio, and you can copy and paste the text out, which is, it can be a little bit messy, but that's what you can do. So you can totally get text out of Otter, but you can't get a proper SRT file, but I'm going to show you how to do both. So the first thing I'm going to do is, like, my conversations area is where all of my saved ones are. But I'm just going to go home, and I'm going to go import audio/video. So you can import a video here, but it's just heaps quicker if you save it as an MP3 first, because then the uploading time is not very much, basically. This would have been 10 times the size as a video, so it's a lot quicker to just upload an audio. So you can see how quickly that's done that there. And so I just browsed to it, selected it, it uploads it, and now I hit done. And now it's going to just process it and think about this for a minute. And that can take a couple of minutes to do. So in the meantime, I'm just going to quickly show you a couple of other options for captioning videos. There is this one service here called Splashio. Can you guys see Splashio on your screen? Now, Splashio is a service that will make your videos kind of look more like this Instagram style video with the headline up the top and the subtitles down the bottom. They do it for you. So this is why they are expensive. This is the prices here. At the start, you get 4 credits, 100% free instantly after joining. So 4 credits, each credit gives you up to 5 minutes of raw video upload. But then it is, sorry, now I'm getting phone calls. I'll put my phone on airplane mode. Zoom share, sorry. Okay, so as you can see, this service here is $99 a month. And so that's pretty up there. But if you're making, so that gives you 4 credits a month. So at the sound of that, that sounds like you can get a 5-minute video made. So for roughly, okay, that's US dollars as well, but for US $25 a video, that's not a bad deal, I would say, if that's what you're looking at as an option. So Splashio is just one of those options. If you were looking at doing, 4 videos a month or something like that, then that could be a good option for you, and they do it all for you. Okay, so the other option for not so done for you is Quick. So QUICC, and that's called that way because it's CC is closed captioning. So they do have a free plan, which is just 2 minutes of video each month. So you would already have edited your video down, and you can upload a video to this, and it will transcribe it for you, and you can choose your styles and everything that you want, just like you can in Filmora. Not as flexible, obviously, and it you can choose the size of the video too. So it could be Instagram TV, just normal video, whatever you like, and then you can download it. So if you just wanted to do a quick free one, you could do that for you could upload 2 minutes a month. Otherwise, $12 a month. I'm assuming that's US dollars probably, where you can have 10 minutes of video a month. So again, not a bad deal if you want a nice looking thing, but you have to more stylize it yourself. Whereas the other program, these guys, Splashio, actually do it all for you. So that's just a couple other options. I've gone in and had a little quick play with Quick, and it's not bad, but I just, I've got the program, so I might as well just do it myself. So yeah, that's just a couple of things. All right, so this Sue file here is ready to go in the home screen of Otter, but I can also see it in my conversations. I just prefer to go to my conversations page. For some reason, everything's just there. So what I do is I just go into it, and we want to hit the edit button. And this is how we, hopefully this is not a very long video, so it's a good example. So what we do is we hit edit, and then we hit play down the bottom, and we just start fixing things up. Now, as you can see, this looks pretty correct. There'll only probably be 2 or 3 mistakes in the whole thing. So we're just going to listen, and we're going to fix the stuff as we go. So you can hear it's
So
got
I wanted to give you a little extra tip around your correspondence to complete folder, or what I actually like to call it also an action folder.
Now I'm just like, oh, what did she say there? I actually like to call it
also an action folder.
Did anyone get that? I'm like, I don't know what she said.
Call it an action folder.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I actually like to call it an action folder.
So I actually like to, make things correct in here because it saves me doing it later in Filmora. So I wanted to give you all, a little extra tip, that's correct, around your correspondence to complete folder. So that's what she calls it. So I might just do, give some capitals, give some talking marks, and we can just click back here and just hit play again.
Call it also an action folder.
Oh, also, she says also, that's what she says. Sometimes you get into the video and you've mucked up a word, and then when you actually see her face saying it, it makes it more clear. So it'll always just play from where the cursor is.
Because really it is about actions that need to be taken. All
right. We don't have to separate it here, but again, it's just easier.
Now, often people will have something like a work in progress folder or an action folder, but they've got lots of information in there, and it's a big pile of paper which hasn't got any kind of organization, and you're never sure what to do first.
Sue speaks in very long sentences, so which is fine. It can just keep flowing on the screen. I felt like all those words were correct. I'm just going to fix up organization to our spelling. Okay.
So I would like to recommend to you, and this is pretty much one of my favorite organizing tools, which is a 5-tab pocket.
Now I know that she's talking about a 5-tab pocket there. because she's got the accent as well, it picks up a few things a bit funny sometimes, but it's pretty good with picking up different types of accents, which is a 5-tab pocket and a 5-tab pocket.
Tab pocket allows you to break things down into bite-sized pieces. Now, you know I speak about that a lot, that every big job is actually only a lot of little jobs put together.
Okay, so that's one of her sayings that, and I'll just put that in talking marks, that every big job is actually only a lot of little jobs put together. Okay, I'm going to fix up this organised while I see it. Click back here, hit play.
So when it comes to being more organised around your paperwork, the more you can break it down into bite-sized pieces, the more effective you're going to be at getting it done.
Just going to put an enter while I'm there.
Now, for your action folder, what I like to do is I do a Monday to Friday, which means that I can allocate the actions to days.
I can allocate the actions to days instead of number 2.
Days, instead of looking at everything that I have to do in that 1 week. And so on a Monday,
and I'll just start this on as a new sentence because it's just going on a little bit longer. And so on a Monday, little a, I've got caps lock on. So on a Monday,
all I have to do is take out the information in the Monday section, and I don't have to worry about the rest of the week. So I would highly recommend doing this. So let me give you just one quick example. So for example, this is some posts that I got from budget directors.
So it's just some post, like she meant mail. This is, even if she says, if people sort of stumble on their words, as she said, this is some post I got from Budget Direct, I just change it to the most correct English that I can. Because often, well, as I don't know if I told you this fact, but I probably should have the other day, that 85% of videos are actually watched on silent. So people aren't necessarily going to pick up when things are different to what you're saying and to what they're reading, because 85% of people are just reading those subtitles anyway. So this is why it's really important to subtitle, because you're just missing out on a huge audience if you don't have them.
This is some posts that I got from Budget Direct around insurance. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to phone them and see if I can get a better quote.
Get a better quote, she says there. Better quote.
Quote for my car.
For my car.
So I have a look at it, ask the question.
She didn't say haven't. I have a look at it is what she said there. I have a look at it.
A look.
Oh, yes, thank you. So I have a look at it.
Ask the question. I wonder if you remember what that question is. Yep. What is the next thing I need to do with you?
She always asks her paperwork, what do I need to do with you? She talks to her paperwork. I love it.
And it's going to say, call somebody.
It's going to say, call somebody. Imagine if your paperwork talked to you. It'd be pretty scary. Maybe it will one day.
Call somebody. Okay, call Budget Direct.
Call Budget Direct, not cool but to direct. Call Budget Direct.
Direct. And then I'm going to say, well, when do I feel like doing that? Well, I think I'm going to fit that in on Tuesday because I know I've got some time on Tuesday.
Because I know I've got some time on Tuesday.
And in it goes on the Tuesday.
And it goes on the Tuesday. And she's referring to the tab. So I'm going to just put tab in brackets there so people actually know that that's what she was talking about, which you get that when you see the video.
Tuesday. And now I don't have to think about that call until Tuesday, and then I'll make that call, which means I'm allocating a time and a day to actually get my actions done.
All right. So that's the end of the video there. Now, you could hear the paper crunching. There it goes, it's done. So the reason why I put up the whole video is for the purpose of when you've got SRT files, which are the ones that you upload to YouTube and Facebook and places like that. And hopefully if we've got time, I'll show you how to do that. because then it makes all the timing correct. And if the timing is out, all those subtitles will be out. So sometimes there might be a bit of yellow text here. This is if you had the paid version, mind you. If we've just got the free version, all I would do here now is go copy. I would swipe up there and I'd go Control C, which is copy, or edit copy. And then I would just go into a note program or Word. I've got a document going here with all of Sue's video text. So I'm going to paste it into there. Let's see if I can get you into... No, it's not finding pages for some reason, but no, okay, I'm just going to paste it into a Word document. You don't need to see how to do that. That's all pretty straightforward. And I'm just going to write down what video that was in my Word document. 3907 action. All right. Okay. So that's what we do with the free version, which is what you guys will have unless you want to go full on with creating SRT files. The paid version was about $150 for the year. So it's pretty expensive. So I wouldn't recommend that just ordinarily. But I will show you the process anyway. So now that I'm happy with that, sometimes it'll come up with this little yellow warning here and it says realigning the text, because if there was quite a few problems with it and I've moved things around a bit, it will realign everything and get the timing right, but it hasn't done this. It was fine. So all I'm going to do now is go to these ... and I'm going to export the text. And the first one I'm going to do is just do a text file, because I like to have a text file, and I do this and it just downloads to your download folder. I do this for one of my clients because I give him all the words from his videos, because then he is creating a book from it. So he doesn't want the SRT file, he just wants the text file. And then I'm just going to go export text again, and I'm going to choose SRT, which is the type of file that YouTube and everything like that likes to have with their videos. And Facebook sometimes gets you to rename it for some reason slightly, but it'll tell you what you want to do. And also Vimeo, if you're uploading an SRT file to Vimeo, Vimeo will ask you to upload a VVT file or something like that. But there's actually just a free converter on the website. On Google, I just found it one day. I just typed in converter SRT to VVT, and you put in your SRT file and it just converts it, and away it goes. I think that's what the what the file was called anyway. So just so you're aware, sometimes these do have a slightly different thing that they want, but there is converters out there. So we're done on Otter now. That was nice and quick and pretty painless. Okay, minimize out of there. Okay, stop that share. Now, any questions before we go on to the next step? No? Okay, good. All right, so we're back in Filmora. You probably can't see it. I probably need to reshare it, sorry. Filmora. All right, we can see, you guys can see Filmora, I hope.
Yep.
Yep, good, cool. All right, now I mentioned to you guys the other day that we have to get rid of dead assets in when we're making our next video. So in this case, the dead asset is the old video of Sue, because the next time that I open this up, if that video is not sitting where it is, it's meant to, it will get confused and it might go, where's that video? And it might not be there anymore or something because you've got rid of it for saving space. So I just delete that one. and that gets rid of that video out of this connected out of this project. Basically, doesn't delete it from your computer or anything like that. So now I've just got my 4 ticks of my 4 assets that are in this thing. So now I'm just going to go on the Mac here. This zoom in and out is down the bottom, whereas on your PC version and everything, it was around here. Okay, but you can always do Command or Control plus and minus as well. Now, I'm just going to flick between my Word document and my Filmora. So you guys will just bear with me while I'm copying and pasting things. Just let me know if you lose Filmora. Okay, so I'm going to go into the subtitle, and I've got a whole bunch of text copied and pasted, and it'll probably be too much text, but that's all right. I'm just going to paste it in there. I'll just check that this is the right text.
So I wanted to give you a little extra tip around.
Yeah, okay, it is. Okay. And I have just gone there and I've just hit enter to get it down to the next line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually finish it at action folder. Now I can just select this text here and hit delete.
Jerry, we can't see that.
Oh, okay. What are you seeing inside Filmora?
Just the main screen, the first open screen. So all the things down, all the lines down the bottom, the layers, and your video screen up in the right-hand corner, and the assets area.
Okay.
So the thing you got on top, we can't see the window on top.
Yeah. Just thought it would bring the whole program with you. Okay. Can you see the subtitle screen now?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Yep, maybe. I see a cursor now.
Okay. Let's get out of the share screen.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't bring up the latest. This is it. This is it. This is the window on top. Okay. You can see my subtitle window at the moment.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. So what I did was I went in there before, and she had all her other text in there, and I just copied and pasted in what I had in my clipboard. And I'm just going to muck around until it looks right. And you can normally just swipe over this text here and delete the extra text that doesn't fit in, or you can go into, because sometimes this could go on for another sentence and I'm not sure how much paste I copied and pasted before. So I can go into this area, customize, and it shows you all the text here. Now on a Mac, this is what I like because it will actually show you spelling mistakes, but on a PC it won't. But I can see here that there was a whole nother line there. So I'm just going to delete that. And I'm happy with that amount of text on the screen. And so what I'm going to do is just go back into my video, and I'm just going to stop it when she stops, when she ends this sentence. Usually I'll just skip forward a little bit.
Extra tip around your correspondence to complete folder, or what I actually like to call it also an action folder.
So as soon as she's finished that, oh, sorry. Yes. Okay. It keeps, sorry. New share back to this one. All right. Sorry. Okay. So what it's done is it's changed this whole subtitle that runs the whole of the video to be that paste that I just pasted in. And I just usually skip forward a little bit, and I wait until she gets to those last 2 words, action folder.
Around your correspondence to complete folder, or what I actually like to call it also an action folder.
As soon as she's finished that word, I hit pause, and then I make sure that the subtitle is selected, which you can see it is because it's blue here. If it wasn't selected and I hit split, I'll show you what happens, which I'm doing by hitting Control B, or on your PC version, you'll have the little scissor tool. See how it split everything? Well, I don't want to do that. I just want to make sure that I've got the subtitle selected, and I can split that there with that scissor tool or Control B or Command B. And that way now I can change the next subtitle and the first one will not be affected. Does that make sense, guys, what I'm doing here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. And I got to remember to copy and paste from where I was up to. Now, I did say, I think this in the last lesson, that usually if you're working in a Word document, just normal size font, you know, 12, 10, whatever size font, usually about 1.5 lines to 2 lines will fit in a subtitle if your subtitle was set out like I have it here. So I've copied and pasted the next little bit of text. I have to keep changing the share, sorry. New share, this one.
Can't you share the entire screen?
For some reason, well, let's try sharing the desktop. And you guys tell me.
Yep, that's good.
Okay, all right, we'll try the desktop. Okay, all right. So I was up to the word action folder, and now because the next word was because, and you know, quite often I'll just leave some space here if it's the end of the sentence. It depends what I feel like I want to fit on the screen. And up here, it kind of just depends where she's got the pauses in her voice too. So I can listen to what she's saying in here.
I fit that in on Tuesday because I know I've got some time.
Oh no, that's right. Sorry, not in here because it's the rest of the video
That need to be taken. Now, often people will have something like a work in progress folder or an action folder.
I'm going to cut this off the progress folder because she kind of takes a pause there and she keeps going on from that. So I'm just going to delete that out of there. Let me know if you lose Filmora. Okay, so now I can just test this.
I actually like to call it also an action folder because really it is.
Now, sometimes things get out of sync.
Or what I actually like to call it also an action folder.
And so something has gotten out of sync here, and because I'm such a perfectionist, I'll go, she finished the word action folder here. I'm going to move this along and I'm going to stretch that to there. And it's just something, and it's often happened in Sue's videos. It's something to do with the introduction or something like that, but often this sync problem kind of happens. But I just sort of go back and I just check it.
Also an action folder because
see, it seems like it's out of sync again, so don't worry about that. It'll probably go back to being normal. Now, we're just going to go along to where she roughly finishes something like a work in progress folder.
Something like a work in progress folder or something like a work in progress folder.
Which is pretty quick, but I've paused it right there. And these things don't have to be exact, but I just like to get it as close as I can. And then I'm not going to do this for the whole video, but I'm just going to copy in the next bit of text. So this next bit of text was, or an action folder it starts with, swipe over that, paste it in, bring this up. That is a big part of the paper which hasn't got any kind of organisation. So she's got a comma here. So I'm just going to delete these last few words that were in that paste. And I go to the start of this subtitle again.
Progress folder or an action folder. But they've got lots of information in there and it's any kind of organisation.
There we go. She said that word, any kind of organisation. I split that, and then I just keep going and going and going and going and going until the job is done. So I can see I've got any kind of organisation. So I'm going back into my document and I'm copying from the next line. And I can see a spelling mistake in there. This is a good thing about then copying and pasting it into something like Word, is that you can see any other like American style spelling or something like that that you may not have picked up in Otter. So I've just brought that up. Oops. pasting that in because that's a lot of line there at the end. So I'm just putting the cursor in front of and I'm hitting delete so I can go back up there, bring it up to the next line, end it with recommend, and then I'm going to end it here with organizing tools. And I found the word in my Word document. I could see that favorite was spelt the American way, so I'm just going to put that U in there. I'll just show you here on the Mac that, no, not going to do it. It's not playing ball today. Usually there'll be a, there's usually a little red line in here that tells me that things are spelt wrong, but never mind. It's not in your version anyway, so don't worry about that. They got rid of the spell check for some reason. All right. So again, I'm just checking that I'm in the right spot.
And you're never sure what.
It started a little bit early, but that's fine.
So I would like to recommend to you, and this is pretty much one of my favorite organizing tools.
So again, just going to split that one there. Organizing tools, we finished off, which is a 5-tab pocket. Now we've got about a sentence and a half before she sort of changes topics again, so I'm only going to paste that sentence and a half in here.
And a 5-tab pocket allows you to break things down into bite-sized pieces.
All right. Is this all making sense as we do this? Let's pretend that we have finished all the subtitles. There's not that much more to go. There's only another bit of the section of video. But we just keep pasting in the new text, splitting, paste in the new text, split, paste in the new text, split. And you can actually do this in, 5-10 minutes. It doesn't take very long at all. But this gets you this fully burnt in style of caption. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this exporting so that we do have something to play with. Action video test. I'm going to change my format from MP3 because that's what it was before, back to MP4. And we've got the 1920 by 1080 size selected. If I wanted to, if it was just being too big and it was not ever going to be shown on TVs, or you felt like it was just going to be watched on phones or computers, then it could go down to 1280 by 720, which is totally fine for YouTube, but not ideal if you think people are going to be watching this on TVs, which a lot of YouTube content is actually watched on TVs these days with the smart TVs and everything. So if you can afford the size, if there's no size limitations or something on what you're doing, I'd highly recommend doing the 1920 by 1080, unless you're going 4K, but this is not 4K footage. So 1920 is what we do, and that can take quite a few minutes to export. In this case, it might take, I don't know, five minutes or something like that. All right, so that's our process of making those. Now, I just want to show you, while we've got a few minutes up our sleeves, a little bit about music. Just some places to get music. Now, I'm just going to share the internet. Now, why can't I? No Chrome again. Where's it gone? Oh, the desktop should be fine. Hopefully, get Chrome up on top. Are you guys seeing Chrome as the front screen?
Yep.
Yep, okay, cool. All right, so I'm just going to show you a couple of places where you can get music. Now, I always have trouble finding this on Facebook, but there is a thing called Creative Studio on Facebook, and I just have trouble finding it. So if you see it, let me know. So often I can go into my posts. I think it's posts. No, it's not posts. Drives me nuts trying to find this. It's like it will just pop up sometimes. Oh, I know where it is. Publishing tools. Publishing tools, I think, is where it pops up. Right. Okay. So this shows you a whole bunch of things. But all right. Creator Studio. All right. So you go to one of your pages, business pages, and you go to Publishing Tools, and you can go to Creator Studio. And looks like you can get an app for this, which is good. But this is where you can actually get music as well. So this is a great place to do your Instagram posts from, because you can load up videos straight from your computer, basically, instead of having to do it from your phone. But this is where you can go to your sound collection as well. So make sure that you connect your business page to your Instagram account if you want to, and then you can schedule it all from Creator Studio now. And but yeah, all these tracks that Facebook have, so they have 6,700 tracks. You can actually just download them, and you do not have to credit them or anything like that. So let's say we want to go something a bit folkish, and we want to go bright, and I usually choose the longest I can, because you can always cut it down unless you're looking for something that's just really short for a little ad. And I usually like to just do no vocals, because I find that background music can be a little bit distracting if there's vocals. So it's only brought up 24 tracks. So once you break it down, there's not really that many. So you can see there's a 9-minute song. I'm just going to listen to a couple. Oh, Jesus. It's a bit too folky, I think. All right, that's not bad. Let's listen to one more. All right, I didn't mind that June Apple one. So all I have to do is just download it, and it will literally just download that file straight into my downloads folder. And I would suggest that you create a folder on your computer if you're going to use background music a lot, just to store all your background music in there. And then when you're in Filmora, you always know where to browse to get that file, and all your music will always sit. Don't keep it in iTunes or something like that. You need to actually have it saved on a separate area of your computer, because there'll just be too much confusion if you're inputting it into videos. So that's how simple it is. That's one option for getting getting free music. Another one I'll show you here is bensound.com. Now, you cannot use Bensound music for podcast because you can't credit him properly with a podcast. So don't even think about using his music for that. He doesn't have a huge range, but I do like them. There's quite a few that I like, and I have used a lot, and I've already downloaded all of his free ones, and I have them all sitting in a folder. And the only thing about using Ben's music is that if you use it, you have to, in Filmora, just in a little section of subtitle or something, or somewhere, pop up some text at some point, tiny little mention music by bensound.com, and that's it. And if you're putting it on YouTube, it might be nice to also give it credit as well, music by bensound.com. So that's the only rules really with Bensound. And he does have other paid options as well. So if it says download, you can do it for free. And if it says purchase, you have to purchase it. And I can't remember how much money it is. Let's see if we can see. Pro license, 139 euros. Standard license, 34 euros. Extended license, 65 euros. So it's up there, you know, to pay for a song. You'll see on places like ArtGrid is another place where you can get songs. They're quite expensive too. Music is very expensive because you have to credit the people that made it, basically. A lot of people just think that they can use there's my Filmora sound. It just told me that my video was ready. So some people just think that they can just use any old song that you hear on the radio. So someone asked me the other day, oh, Jerry, how can I make a video like this with this song? I said, that song will probably cost you thousands and thousands to license, if not more than that. Oh, why? I said, because you can't use the music. Well, then how did Air New Zealand do it, was the question. I said, because they paid, and big companies will pay to get a popular song connected to their advertising campaign. But you and I, we're not allowed to do it unless we pay, and don't even think about it, because Facebook will shut you down, YouTube will shut you down. They very quickly will shut down anything that you don't have the license to use that. You can put a thing on YouTube to say, I have a license for this. I've had a case before where it picked up some royalty-free music, and it thought that it was normal music, and it said, we think we've detected some licensed music, and I just said to it, no, this is actually royalty-free, and it let it go through. But don't risk it, because there's big fines if you get caught. So yeah, Ben Sound's a good place to go. Then there's this place, Free Music Archive. You just have to create an account, and then you can download anything, really. Search function, not very good. So someone sent me the name of a song recently that they wanted from this site, and I couldn't find it by she couldn't remember how she'd exactly searched for it. She just sent me a screen dump and just said, give me this song. And in the end, I tried to search for the guy's name or something. I think his name was Ryan, and it just didn't. It's got terrible search function, but it has a lot of songs. So I can just go to, again, genre. Let's say we want jazz, and what else can we search by? I've got just free jazz. And I thought that there was more fields here, but there's not, doesn't seem to be. So not like on Facebook where I can choose no person singing, no lyrics, you know, length and things like that. So this is filthy free, and you can see why, because there's not that much that you can do. But if you've got the time to go in and, you know, play a few of them and go, yeah, I like that, then you might just find one song that you really like and use that same song all the time for always your background music. But this is just another place to get it. I'll quickly show you ArtGrid. This is where you can buy stock footage and music and things like that for your videos, but not free. Don't think there's anything that's free in it. So what do we got? Junior, $25 a month, $2.99, billed annually. All these things are billed annually these days. So this is for HD clips. I wonder if there's just music options. Video themes. ArtGrid music. Let's see if that brings up. Oh, art list. Sorry, I was thinking of the wrong one. It's art list. music licensing for videos. Again, they might have some free things, but I think it's a subscription-based one. So $16 a month, $200 a year, $149 a year. So again, these things are not cheap, and you'd only sort of get one of these subscriptions if you were doing an awful lot of work. But I would just stick with finding something you like on Ben Sound, Free Music Archive, or Facebook Creator Studio, and you'll find, you just got to play around with it and you will find something that you like. So now that Sue's, any questions there about music?
No, thanks, Jerry.
Pour my thermos of tea. It's the only thing that keeps my voice going at the moment.
No, that's really helpful. Those
Oh.
sites, yeah, those sites, good.
Oh, good. I wrote a song on the weekend about isolation, and I told Paula, as you know, Karen, I told my choir teacher, oh, you've got to help me record it because I keep losing my voice. And she's like, you're resting your voice all weekend. I said, yeah, well, I've got to talk all day Monday, so I need to. And then next thing you know, I'm singing a version of the song for them in my choir group and trying to get them to help me write the words. So she's going, rest your voice, woman. She kept telling me off. So I was a bit naughty and didn't rest my voice as much as I was meant to. So there's some music. Now, we are going back to Filmora. That exported. And what was I going to show you? Okay, I was going to show you how we can do music as well on YouTube. The thing about YouTube is you get to see what your kids are watching. All right, so I am going to, I'm just going to start a video. We're just going to upload one of these videos. And then we'll get that going while I'll show you something else. And then I can show you a few YouTubey tricks while we're here too. I'm not going to upload that test one. I'm going to do one that is actually one of her completed videos, 2 types of paperwork, and it's quite a small file, so it'll upload pretty quickly. Okay, first thing I want to do, so this is just some YouTube optimization kind of stuff, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you never want to call a video what your file name is. So we're going to call this spelled that wrong, paperwork. Now, often I like to do this as a question as well, but I'm trying to think of a question that people might ask about this. How do I, let's do that, because people will search for these things. How do I organize my paperwork at home? Sue Glasser tells you how, right?
Good title.
Yeah, I think so. So how do I organize my paperwork at home? Now, I have got the words for this sitting in my Word document. So let me just, not that video, 2 types of paperwork. Okay, I've got all that sitting here, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. Come on, Chrome, back to Chrome. I'm going to paste, no, there we are. Oops, I think I just did it twice. I did. All right. This is the, literally just the script from this. the most important thing that you can do is create backlinks for your website. So we're going to do that to Sue's videos, www.paperclippo for professional organizer. So that, by actually doing this and including the HTTPS, I'm pretty sure she's got, oops, I'm pretty sure she's got an S, but we'll just double check that she does. Otherwise it won't work. She doesn't have a secure website. All right, we need to get her to update that ASAP, because if you don't have a secure website, Google won't show it anymore. So I'm just going to change this to a HTTP for now, even though it still went there. It doesn't matter. So that is actually creating a bit of a backlink to her website. So that is good for her to be found. Okay, so this is uploading. I can choose the best thumbnail from there. Usually it only lets you choose from about 3, or I think I mentioned this in the last class too, about creating your own thumbnail that would be really enticing. So I'm just going to quickly show you a free program that a lot of you would have, is just like literally just Paint on your computer. Anyone can get a version of Paint, and let me know that if it's not at the front of the screen. And what I'm going to do is create a new image of that same size as a video. Come on, Wheel of Death. Any questions here? Am I going too quick? Am I jumping about too much?
Do you think it's, if you've got a series of videos, so like I've got some interview type videos for conversations to amplify and inspire,
Yep.
Is it a good idea to, you know, at the moment I've just kept the same template for all of them and changed the title on there, or do you think they should be different?
For the way that the video looks, is that what you're talking about, Karen? Yeah, I would just keep them the same. Make it. People want to be able to recognize something, and so you could create a look for even your cover images to make them all the same.
Yeah, that's what I've done. I did on Canva. So yeah, that's okay.
So
I just wondered whether it was a bit boring looking if they go to my YouTube page, for example, and that's all just sort of the same image, even though the titles and things are different. But
yeah, I would just go with brand consistency, really. So, you know, with Sue, you know, we might create something here. This could be Canva, this could be in Paint, whatever you want. I use a really cool program called Stencil. And I'm just gonna just make up a really quick example of what we could do. Desktop, Sue. Okay, so we've got a couple of logo options. Right. And I know I made a white version of her logo, but anyway, we don't have that now. I'm going to change this background to being white. All right. Oops, disappeared. Pop her logo back in there, make it a bit smaller. It's just really rough, right? But it could always just be, you know, Sue's top tips, and this one could be, what was it called? The 2 types of paperwork. So, you know, it could look something like this. Who knows? You might add a photo of her or something to make it look more dynamic, but you get the idea that then this is an image that you could just, and I already made the image size. I set it to 1920 by 1080. So you can see here that is what that is, and 72 dpi is totally fine for a computer screen. And I might just save this as a JPEG in Sue's folder. So Sue's YouTube cover image. Can't type today. Oops, that saved it as a Paint document. Don't want that. So that's the original, and then I'll save this just as a JPEG. So then I've got another option that I can do on here. So I would upload the thumbnail, go into the Sue Glasser folder, Sue's YT cover image, and that's there basically. It's chosen that instead of that. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to choose the picture of her because I'm not happy with that image. All right. The other thing that we want to do is we can add this to a playlist, and at the moment I haven't set this YouTube channel up yet, but I'm going to create a new playlist, and we could say top tips from businesses around Australia, and because this is my YouTube channel, not Sue's. And I'm going to make that a public channel, and I'm going to hit next. Oops, that didn't save. Top tips from businesses, that will do. Create. And then I select that, because you can have multiple playlists. If you can, always put your videos in a playlist because it encourages more time on platform and encourages people to stay there. And every platform will reward you for the time on platform that people, the length of time that people stay on this. Yeah, it's very important these days that if you are not making videos for kids, that you definitely say, no, it's not made for kids. And because then it won't get, it'll just get sent to the right people, basically. YouTube makes you do that these days. And I'll show you this add cards thing. So adding cards, I think it's the right one, or is it add end screen? I think it's add card. Adding cards is adding a little things along the way. So you could promote another playlist or a channel, or you could do a poll or something like that. What I really wanted, I think, was the add end screen. So I'll just go back. Ah, you're kidding me. Did that just stop doing that? Did it do it? Oh, no, it's saved it there. Okay. I'm just going to go into back into the video and go back. I wanted add end screen. So cards is stuff that you can do along the way. End screens is things that we'll do right at the end. Oh, it's all changed. YouTube's changed again. So you can go add an element, and you can say, and you can move things around. And you can choose, this has automatically put this towards the end of the video, but you can see here, down the bottom here, that Sue's still talking, and maybe I want this subscribe to come up a little bit later on, and then, no, it's not letting me move that. Maybe you can change it here. Let's see if we can change that to a 1:30. No? Okay, ignore that. It's changed. So it's saying this video element, is from 1:20 to 1:30. So I'm going to just see if I can change that there. 1:30 to 1:40. Okay, so you can either say, I want the most recent upload to my channel. I want what's best to the viewer. I want to choose a specific video. So I could just say that the next one to choose is to actually watch this guy here. And this little button here tells people to subscribe to my channel, and that is showing that it's appearing for the last 20 seconds of the video. So again, I might just want to change it to the last 10 seconds of the video. And you know, this is a place that you can play around in, but I just wanted to make you aware that doing stuff like this is really important if you want people to keep watching your videos, you're bringing up that temptation for them to do this at the end. You can always go back and edit the video and change these things around too. I often just get things up on YouTube and then I'll go in and do a whole bunch of other things. So we're going to make this public. If you are wanting to protect your video, you can make it unlisted, which is when, so people can't search for it, but you can just send them the private link. If you choose private, you have to specifically, you can't just send them a link and expect them to be able to see it. You have to actually give them permission. So I don't recommend using private unless it's, unless you've given the permissions on YouTube or something like that. So if you were putting some videos for a course on your website, just put them as unlisted. Unfortunately, people can still share the link, but it's less likely to be shared around. So that's what an unlisted video is. Okay, so I'm going to publish this. And first of all, I always like to just copy and paste things like this. So I will copy and paste the short video link, and I will save that in the Word document that I had made her script with, just so it's there. We've got the link, and then also, why is Keynote open? Get lost. Okay. And the other thing I like to do is just copy the embed code. So then straight away, if Sue wants to embed this onto her website, she can. And so I just go, so this is in the video published area. You can also get this information if you were just watching, you're on the YouTube section, you're not even in your channel, it's just the live version of the video. Anyone can copy the embed code and embed stuff unless you specifically say in there that you don't want people to embed it. So this information is publicly available, but I like to grab the embed code, just select it and press copy. And then
Jerry, this might, I don't know if you can answer this. If you embed YouTube into your website,
yep.
Does that slow it down? Is it better just to have the link, or does that?
Embedding is fine because it's still pulling it from YouTube. You're best to embed it, actually.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It depends how your website works. So in most cases, a WordPress website would just let you copy and paste in that link. But in some other cases, it wants you to put the embed code. So there's a couple other little tricks you can do in this embed code, like putting in an extra little bit of code that tells you to not show the controls and things like that. But don't worry about all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're back on YouTube, and the other thing that I mentioned, I think, in my top 10 tips is about the keywords. And this is where we do this. So we go back into the video, and when we were first setting it up, I think the option was there to put it, but I like to do all these later anyway. So I'm going to do some keywords here. Make sure luckily YouTube has a spelling check too. Organizer, time management, paperwork. This is where you can do more like questions as well. How do I deal with paperwork? How do I get organized?
Jerry, a few videos up on YouTube already. Can I go back and edit them for all this? Because I don't remember doing this. I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Just go into your channel videos and just choose to edit it, and you can go in here and always update things all the time. So all I'm doing is typing these in and then doing a comma and pressing space, and that separates them. So the other thing that you can do, and I'll just, if you can see it here, I'll just get to someone that I know that has tags. Oh, Alistair's does, I think. Where is it? I have got a whole bunch of tags sitting in here. No, I don't. Okay. There's Hawkeye. Hold on. Sorry, I'm lost. Can't find my anyway. You can keep things in a note, and then you can have it copy and pasted. So you might say Sue Glasser. You know, did I spell that wrong? Yep. Professional organizer, Melbourne, Victoria. And you can just separate these and copy and paste that straight into YouTube, and it will pop them in the right way. So, and you can see that it didn't double up, so that was good. It didn't paste in Sue Glasser and Professional Organiser again, but it did do Melbourne and Victoria. So you just need to have it separated just with a comma after it, and it will let you pop these in here. So that's the bit on tags. Make sure that you save it. And I also did in my top 10 tips about using something that's very unique, that no one else would be copying, because then it makes you stay in, when YouTube recommends other videos, it's more likely to recommend your ones that have that same unique word. Now, the name Sue Glasser is probably pretty unique, but I wouldn't say it's the most unique out there. So, you know, Sue's code word could be fluffy pancakes 879 or something like that, you know. And as long as you use that in all the videos, they're going to connect. So it doesn't matter where you put them in that order of tags or anything like that. But if Sue was putting up a whole bunch of videos and she didn't think Sue Glasser was a unique enough word, then she might do something like not just fluffy pancakes, because then you might get fluffy pancake videos. But you get the idea of just having something that's really unique to Sue. It could be that she writes, you know, born in South Africa or something like that, or whatever. Doesn't matter. It could just be anything that she wants, but something that is just very, very random, but then connects her videos together. So that's.
So can you put your business? Let's say you've got a tagline. Can you put the tagline in because no one has it, or would you recommend something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Sue might have a tagline, you know, saving you time, energy, and money, or something. I'm just making this up, but you know, maybe she does. So you can put in whatever you want. Just try and figure out, put in keywords here that people might be searching for. Okay. It's always good to put locations as well. So, you know, Sue is also sort of Brighton and Bayside, Melbourne area and places like that. She also does stuff for Kiki K. So, you know, I might put that in there like that, but I'll also put it in like this, like in two different ways. So, yeah. Workshops, things like that.
Online course.
Yeah, online course. She does stuff for YTM, doesn't she?
Yeah, YTM partner.
So you can, you know, you can do other things like that. She might want to connect herself to the famous Karen Powell. Is that how I spell it?
Yeah. Yes.
So she might want to connect herself. This is video SEO basically. So she's like, if people find Karen, I want them to find me as well. So these are the kinds of things that you can do. She could also put in, you know, someone really famous. So maybe she wants to do a bit of Marie Kondo or something. I don't know if that's how you spell her name, but you know what I mean. Like she might want to relate.
She'd have paper flow in there.
Yeah. Anything that relates to her brand, and typing it in different types of ways as well. So again, think of what will people be searching for. So that's more like the questions, like how do I deal with paperwork? you know, what do I do with bills? How long should I keep paper? You know, things like that. So things that are specific to you, but things that people are likely to search for.
Is there a limit in terms of the number? You know, like with Instagram, you've got like 30 hashtags. Is there a limit to this?
It's 500 characters. So you'll see down here, I've done 395 out of 500 already. So it's not many to go. So still a lot of tag words for sure. But yeah, 500 characters, and that I think includes the commas in that character counting. Includes the commas, yeah, yep. All right.
You could have also, before you clear up, you could have paperwork, process, and system or something.
Yes. Paperwork, process, paperwork, systems, you know, and play around with the words. Have with the S, without the S, but usually you don't need with the S. Google's pretty good at finding these types of things and understanding the way that language works. But again, trying to keep it as human as possible in what people would be searching for, because people do search with these questions now. Okay. All right. So what have we done? We've found out where to get some music from. We have, what I was going to try and do is find the music in YouTube. Where is that? That's one of the questions. It's one of
Creator
these.
Studio Classic, maybe.
That just goes back to the old version of Creator
Okay.
Studio. Audio library. Here we are.
Yeah.
Audio library. Okay. So again, a whole bunch of music. And you can download it these days. Okay, you didn't used to be able to download it, but the thing on YouTube that you can do is you can directly connect it to that video as well without having to have done it in a program. So this is what I'm not sure of now. Is the oops, sorry, that's Sue's website. Where are we? Return to YouTube Studio. So you know that you can download it here. Again, on here you can do genre, you can do mood, instruments, duration as well. You'd probably want to do attribution not required, things like that. But there is a fair bit of music on there. But there is another way to just add a song to your video and it will just automatically do it for you. But like I said, they just keep changing things. And comments, analytics, play. And it used to just be like at the bottom of this, you could add a song to it.
What about under more options?
Where did you see that?
Next to basic up here. Under video details, it's got basic and then it's got more options.
Oh yeah, there you go. Might be there. Here we
I
go.
don't know, I'm just guessing.
There's a category. You can do video location. So we can say, this will help with our SEO here. Melbourne. Okay, this is where we can choose allow embedding. But this is also where I want to upload the SRT files, okay? So it's we're uploading the wrong one, but I'm just showing you, for example, because I haven't made the SRT file on this actual one. So one of the things you can do in YouTube is get it to do automatic, which it can, but it's very particular. And if you then download the SRT file from YouTube and try and upload it anywhere else, I can never get it to work. It just doesn't save as the right file type, and it just saves it in your browser, but then you can't seem to save it as a .srt and all this kind of stuff. So this is why I use Otter. And the ones that are auto-transcribed in YouTube are very funny. So it's not as good as Otter, basically. So I want to upload one with timing because I've got one sitting in my thing. It went to my downloads folder, so I haven't moved it yet. And can't move things, sorry. Things are stuck. No, date modified. All right, so the SRT file here. I know it's the wrong video, but don't worry about that. This is just an example. Okay, so I've uploaded that SRT file and I want to go in and I want to, come on, I've already done it. Ah, it got rid of it. Delete. Sorry, I'll do that again. I was trying to get in there to, edit it. All right, so we save it once we've uploaded it, and then we go into so I'm just trying to remember how to edit it now. Is this it? They just keep moving things around all the time. English, it's done. Subtitles, English by you. Oh, edit, sorry, there it is. There was a button. Edit on Classic Studio. So it moves across to Classic Studio, which they're actually getting rid of. So hopefully they'll improve that. And what we can do here is we can edit. And again, I know that this is the wrong words, but I'll show you how it works.
Did you know that there are only actually 2 types of paperwork?
So what you can do in here is hopefully, because you've saved this as an SRT file, that that all the timing is correct, but you can do things in YouTube like stretch these folders here and go, oh no, it was more there, and this one can be stretched to here, and you can go in and you can edit things, and you can, you know, delete that whole sentence if you wanted to. You can go, oh, I want this all to be on the same screen, so I'm going to cut this out of here, I'm going to paste it in here, and then I'm going to delete this one, and then this one here I'm just going to make that last a little bit longer. So these are the kinds of things that you can do in YouTube, and you can do.
Why do you need to do this? Because you've already got the subtitles at the back.
I know. If you, I know that we've done this. So this is one of the things you can do if you haven't done built-in captions, but also you can still do this, and it doesn't have to be so perfect looking, but just by having these words here is another thing that Google can read, and it helps you with your SEO for your video. So, you know, people don't have to have these closed captions on, so they can, these won't hop up automatically, but publish edits, yeah, like I said, by having both of them is just another SEO bonus for your videos. So, you know, a video can...
2 types of paperwork.
It'll still play totally fine unless someone presses CC, but they probably wouldn't because they'll see that those captions are already there. But these ones, Google's actually reading these. So this is one of the benefits of doing SRT files as well as captions. It's a lot of double up. So sometimes people just do this. Sometimes people just do this. But again, you know, we pasted in all the script from this email in the description, but it's another layer on the cake of when you're putting in that SRT file as well. So And
So
this,
if you put it on YouTube, then it's okay to have this, but on the website, then do you still recommend both? Because it sort of looks a bit messy with both of them being there. Like it doesn't look as clean.
yeah, no, I agree. And there's probably rarely a case where anyone would have both of them sitting on there. And it's up to them if they turn them on and off. But on your website, it will just feed in what YouTube is showing basically. And the default would be that they wouldn't show the closed captions by default, but people can turn that on and off. So did that answer your question?
Yes, sort of. So how do we turn it off on and off? Like say we've got both, and let's say we want to embed one version on the website and one version on YouTube or another platform. So how do we sort of work between the two if we've got both?
Well, if you wanted two versions, I'd literally have two versions and embed one on your website and then just maybe make that an unlisted version on YouTube. So then you find the second version on YouTube channel. But otherwise, you know, people will just be able to control this themselves of turning this on and off. So I very, very rarely do both, but I'm just showing you the options of if you didn't want to do burnt in captions, you can do this SRT file stuff. So again, all of these programs will auto transcribe. They're not as good as Otter, but you can totally do this all within inside YouTube, fix it all up like with all that dragging around that I did. But then if you were to do that on Facebook, you have to do the whole thing again. So it can be really time consuming to do. So you just got to figure out what's the best use of your time. And that might be to skip all this and just use something like that Quick program or Splashio, paying them to do it. So it just depends. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Just trying to remember everything else that I wanted to make sure that I have taught you everything that I wanted to teach you. I'm just going to go back in again to the video program. My brain has gone dead by now, you can see. I'm going to quit that before anything else crashes. And can you guys see Filmora again?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. So I'm just going to, I know that I have shown you this in the basic class, but I'm just going to show you again just how we would add music into here. So we did download a song today. So I'm going to import the media. For the sake of this, I'm just going to grab it from my downloads folder. And I'm going to choose that song that we selected. But normally I'd want all my music sitting in the same thing. And I know that we're on a different version of Filmora here, but it's all pretty much the same, where you can have multiple layers of music. You can change the sound, and you'll always want to have the volume.
So I wanted to give you a...
So again, the sound is out a little bit in this because Sue starts talking before. It's something to do with that paper intro. There's something glitchy about it.
So I wanted to give you...
So I just want to start the music when Sue starts talking, but I'm just going to turn it right down here. Now, on the Filmora version that you guys were playing around with, it had that sound bar on the left and you would drag things down, but this version is slightly different. So I've just right click, adjust the volume. I actually prefer this one because of the way that I can drag this up and down to a really, really quiet low volume, and just listen to that.
Extra tip around your correspondence to complete folder, or what I...
So it's probably a little bit quiet compared to her.
Folder, or what I actually like to call it also an...
All right, so let's say we're happy with that and the video ends here, but the music keeps going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of my video before her little outro thing finishes. And I'm just going to Control B or use the snipping tool or whatever you've got to cut that music there. And again, it's different in the different versions of Filmora, but there's the fade out feature. So what I want to do is adjust the volume again, and I can choose to fade out for however many seconds. And let's say I would do quite a long fade out because when a song is a long way from being finished, it needs a long fade out basically. So you know, you can play this.
Which means I'm allocating a time and a day to actually get my actions done.
So that had quite a decent fade out. It wasn't a really harsh one. This is just one of these things that gets out of alignments here. So this this subtitle here has moved into the area of the outro video. So I'm just going to drag that back. This is a little trick here. I'll just show you this that I did. Because I had her, her paper folding video thing here. And what I wanted to do was leave up the explanation a little bit longer, because I have this little thing that pops up. If you want to take back control and save time, money and stress, get in touch with Sue. And then it's got her, her contact us website. And it was just too quick with the video going, that little paper fold thing. So what I did here was I actually split the video in half, and I literally just I made a screenshot of that paper clip image right in the middle of it. So I just screenshot the video, and I made that video, that image, this is an image here, I made that image last for as long as I wanted it to last. So in this case, I chose, you know, what is it? 151 to 156. So I've got it up for an extra 5 seconds, and then it transitions into the second half of the video. So this is just a little trick shot that I did to work around, oh, how am I going to get this information to stay up for long enough, because the video outro doesn't play for long enough. So that's what I've done there. And you can see down here, I actually split the audio as well. So the audio of the paper unfolding plays first, and then right now all you're seeing is the still image of the paper. Ignore that paper noise because things are out of sync. And then that end of paper, the image finishes and it goes into the end of the video there. So that's just a type of advanced thing that I just thought I'd show you there, of how I've played around to make a different situation. So now where's my music gone? Oh, it's down there. Okay, so it's sitting quite low for some reason. I'm just going to bring it up a layer. And what did it do? It moved for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm just going to move it back. And what I wanted to show you quickly was, it starts here, is that let's say that this song only went for a minute, but you really loved it, but Sue's video goes for a minute. What I do is we copy and paste that song, or we just reinsert it from up here in our in this area here. Again, let's just say, I'm going to copy and paste it because then it will go for the same amount of time. So now I've got 2 versions of the song. Let's say the song only goes for a minute, and what I do is I bring this down to the layer below it. So then we're just doing a little bit of DJ mixing here. So this one's got a bit of a, this has got a fade out, and this one we're going to create a bit of a fade in. and a bit of a crossover period. So then you're going a bit more smoothly in between the two songs. So it'll probably sound bad, but we'll listen.
Doing that 1 week. And so on a Monday, all I have to do is take out the information in.
So it was pretty fluid there, of leaving one song and going into another. So this is how you can mix two songs. So it might be two completely separate songs. So I've made videos where one song ends and then we went into a different theme of the video and changed the song altogether. And I always just put the music on two different lines to just help do that sort of we're transitioning out of this song and we start to transition into that song at the same time. So that's just another little trick there with using different types of music or having to repeat the same song in your video. You just do up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's say that this video actually went for 3 minutes. I would then do the same thing here. I'd paste that music back into that top line. So then I could have a little bit of crossover time for the two songs. So this one would be fading out, this one would be fading in a little bit. You don't need so much fade in if it's the start of the song because normally songs have a natural fade in. But yeah, that's how we repeat music or mix music basically. So this is really handy when you're doing things like, so in my afternoon class, we're talking about podcasts and video casts and stuff. Often you have to repeat music or something like that because it is, it can be a lot longer. So yeah, I think that should do it for today. We're right on time at 11:59. So is there any questions that you've got finally about music, subtitles, things like that?
No, it was great. Once again, it's sort of just having to go through it again, but having seen it once with you explaining, it sort of will sink in more. So no,
now I just wanted to show you real quickly as well where I got these videos. So videos is where I got Sue's paper one. So if you guys ever need anything from this site, just let me know and I'll get a video from you so you don't have to pay for it. But if you see something in here that you like, let me know the name of it and we'll get it customized for you. And there's also this other great site which you can just one video at a time, and it's called Intro Champ, and the high res versions are $6 US or something like that. Pretty quick, pretty cheap, sorry. So, oh look, they've even got a Corona one. A lot of their videos are very similar. They've got this sort of, oh, add a logo, there's some music, there's some fire or whatever. Yeah, I love these Corona ones. That's fabulous. Anyway, so so this is just another place where you can add your logos and just making a little 10-second type of thing.
So it's like an intro video, is it?
Yeah. But I'd often putting them in at the end of your videos because you've got four seconds to create an impression on someone. So you really need to go straight into your videos, but this is a really great little call to action tool. So like I said here, that's $7 US for a HD version, and it'll always tell you what is customizable. So always buy the high res. So you can heading, text, description, website, your name, paragraph text. Like this has actually got a lot of information in it, and it looks like you can upload an image and you can change the audio if you want to, but usually I just stick with their audio because it's usually a nice 10-second grab or something like that. So yeah, Intro Champ, great site. Videos has a membership, but usually you can get it for something like $67 lifetime or something like that. But they do have this other more advanced videos that they charge $15 for, but I have a special deal. So if any of you ever want any videos from Videos, VIDDYOZE, just let me know and we can make you up an outro video so you don't have to buy the program, buy the login basically. So they were just my two final little things that I wanted to show you about that. And then you would literally just download that, and just like in Sue's video, that's what this file here is called. It's actually called Videos Paperwork. So I know that it's good that it calls it that name, because then I always know, oh, I made that in videos, and I can go back in and I could edit that if I wanted to. So the only thing that I had to do in videos for that video was at the logo. That was it on that one, I think. I don't think there were many other options to create. So yeah, I hope that's been a good one, guys. And I think I'm seeing some of you at 1 o'clock for the podcasting one. So I'll send out the recording when this is done. I hope to God that this has been recording the whole time.
It has been.
Looks like it has been. And
I've just got one last question. I know that you've been recording, so it'd be good to sort of refer back, because there's a lot of information, a lot of good information.
Yep.
But I'm just thinking, do you have like a dummy file that we can actually play with and get a good idea in terms of the template sort of thing, like how it should really look like a reference point? It's more of that.
I can certainly send you a template in the Filmora version that you're using. So just let me know, because it has to be different for Mac and PC. But I can certainly send you it's like a VSC file, VCF, I don't know, it's got some extension, but it will save all that look and feel and everything like that, and you can open up in your Filmora, and it will tell it. It might tell you the assets are missing, but if you have saved all the videos as well in the same folder, you just go locate and you just browse to that folder and just tell it, it's okay, it's here, choose my video, select it, and then you can go in and replace it with your video and everything like that. So yeah, absolutely, it can make a template. So,
a lot of elements, and it's just hard because we're not used to it. So it'll be good to have as a reference point.
Yeah. That's fine. So I can send you one that looks like Sue's, or I can send you a more basic looking one, or just let me know what you think would be good to have included, and I'll make it up. That's not a problem.
Okay, cool. Great. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you. See you in a while.
And yes.